created this avatar technology not only for users to use it to play games, but mainly also for method of self-expression. So people create mini home pages and they create profile pages to express themselves through photos and text and friends and whatnot. But we're like, why not use some of the technologies from the game industry and allow people to express themselves in 3D, by creating an avatar that they want, and also by, fashion, which is what people are most used to. They do it every day. So we created an avatar that could be very, very expressive. So we paid attention to the details. So like our avatar is completely 3D, as you can see, and has about 150 bone structures within the body. Most of the other avatars have about 14, so we have over 10 times the bone structure. We made sure that the avatar can also move very realistically by applying physics engines. So for example, if I give her like a skirt like this, and she turns around, the way her hair is moving, the way her skirt is moving, and everything is just very, very realistic. And we decided to use Unreal Engine 3, which is a very advanced game engine, just when it came out, about 4 years ago. The reason we use that engine is because we realized that fashion is more than just color and shape. It's more about combining materials. So we use the powerful shading technology to make sure that we can render these complex material, so that we can just bring in any type of fashion in the real world into the virtual world. And we can express more than over 3,500 textures and materials. So almost all the material in the real fashion industry can be brought over to our world. So imagine all these brands, all these real fashion brands, experimenting in this business, using this technology.
And there's already been quite a lot of success with social networks for girls, where brands have come in and they've monetized through micropayments, and a lot of girls taking kind of major brands and kind of redesigning them themselves inside virtual world.
Well, everything that has been done so far until now, it hasn't been really fashion. It was just like cartoonish, and it was just about shape and color of the clothing. But now we can see that what kind of material this is. It's a little bit different from other materials. So because we're introducing the concept of texture and material into this, I think for the first time, male and female users can really be expressive, really be fashionable and chic and stylish in this.
Could we? You mentioned expressive body language. Could we have a look at some of that stuff?
Yeah, like I can give her a different hair like this, and then she would look around and sort of show off. Give her a different earring.
Do you ever worry that your users might fall in love with their avatars or their mate's avatars?
Right.
I mean, you can customize your character any way you want, so you can create a perfect look for you.
So you really will heavily decide to stay.
Made it very intuitive for users to easily change the face. No slider bars or anything like that. It's very intuitive. You just move this around until you figure out what kind of face you want to create.
And how did you? Was that just a kind of natural instinct, or was that a part of the skills in career that someone was just like, no, the way to do this is to, just to have a completely kind of, I don't know what you'd even call this interface.
Yeah, it's like, thought it was very intuitive to just do that. If you look at the innovation that's happening in the UI, everybody's trying to get into the multi-touch, and it thought it would be great to have people be able to intuitively just play around with the face instead of looking at slider bars and switching things on and off.
Yeah, so they can kind of like, you're giving them the closest thing to be able to kind of mould it themselves with their own hands.
Exactly. That's what we're trying to do. So we want people to create their own avatar, and also partake in various social activities. So one thing that's unique about this environment compared to the web is that it's a shared experience, meaning that it's not one-on-one between the computer and you. It's a real-time experience where you can see other people and can see what they're doing. So one of the social activity or games, online games that we're putting on is dance game, just because dancing is so closely related to self-expression, being expressed with fashion, music, it's like all intertwined. So this also shows off how realistic our avatar can move as well. It shows off the bone structures and the way her breasts are moving and everything. It's like incredibly realistic. So it's a very simple casual game. With a matching game. Where you basically when the outer circle comes to the inner circle.
Yeah, again.
You hold down to that and right. It's just technical, but in the real game, like, you would have a stage, you would have like 6 people, all dressed differently, and, and the game.
And would that be your keys or?
Just with the keys or keys to do it by plugging the computer,
And one day maybe like a dance match.
Yeah, you can do a dance match now, actually. And if you miss it, you
Gets upset.
But you can see, even during the dance, she has various expressions on her face.
That's incredible.
And then we also want to make sure that not only everyone has an avatar, but everybody also has their own home. Similar to like having a home page. So we thought that in the future, not only will people have, profile pages or home pages, but people will have real 3D homes, where it's like every surface is like your home page. So, for example, this is like a room that you can have, but on the left wall you can attach YouTube video on here or something, right? And if you walk closer to it, you can start hearing the music. And the cool thing about this is it's a shared experience, meaning what you're seeing, other people will be seeing the same thing if they're in the room. So it's like a shared experience. We can talk about it. Hey, did you like this music video? Isn't she, really pretty or blah blah blah? I like how she dances. It just makes it more social.
Yeah.
It makes it a shared experience.
Suddenly it's kind of like adding a presence to objects on the web.
You don't feel lonely anymore surfing the web, And if you like the video, just click on the full screen. It sort of becomes like a 2D. You come back on it and you get back. And so it's just like any type of web application, except that only difference is it's rendered in 3D, and you use the technologies from the MMORPG world and just make it a shared experience. And I think it's just like an obvious way that technology will move forward. If we don't do it, someone else will do it, and just this will become really, really popular.
And do you see sort of it kind of being taken to a whole new level that you haven't even predicted yet?
We really think that artificial intelligence, semantic web, has a very, very good connection to something like this. It's because after the world gets populated with real people, there will be NPCs, so non-player characters walking around the world as well. People own pets, people own these non-player characters, and they will act as your agents to do various things for you. And the only way to really do that is to bring in, context, bring in semantics, bring in AI into the world. I think that's also another obvious step after this becomes populated with from the contents from the web. And we're applying things like friend of a friend and other ontologies and other semantic-related technologies because we're doing research now because we know that that's how it's going to evolve in the future. So things like slideshows and pictures. Also, obviously, you can just put it on here. I think it's cool, like when you can have people, friends, invite people over, friends, and show you your pictures and see how they react to it, instead of putting it up on Facebook and waiting for 3 days until someone says things to it. You can just basically explain what's going on, explain where you took this picture and what you were doing when you were taking this picture.
Yeah, and absolutely. Like, you can. The worst thing someone can do when you go round to their house is say, "Hey, do you want to look at all my photos?" Because you're just not in that mood. You want to kind of sit and actually talk to them, have dinner with them, that kind of thing. But when you're just kind of, messing around on your computer, yeah, then you might well want to go into their virtual room and kind of flick through their slideshows and things like that in your own time.
So that doesn't really show off a lot because there's only one person, but I'll show you what it looks like when you invite someone to your place. And we think that this is also a big step in innovation in communications, because when people communicate in the real world, it's not just words. They use body language and they do things with other people, right? So we make sure that we increase the level of immersiveness in communication among two human beings by adding body language, like shaking hands, saying I'm sorry. It's okay, you lost, but I kicked your ass, but I just put it in you. Like all those things, right? Facial expression, what you're doing, how you're moving. If you have full control over that, and if you have tons of emotional movements that you have with your avatar, it can be just so much more expressive, and it'll be just so much more immersive and more fun talking to new people, meeting new friends.
And there's a lot to be said with artificial intelligence, that the more it resembles a human being, the more you relate to it as a human being.
Right.
And then all kinds of strange things start to happen. You feel emotions towards an artificial object.
Right. We really think that people will start to have AI characters that people would like to own, and also have them evolve to become someone that they want them to be. And you can easily make it so that the more you interact with this AI agent, more it learns about you and can push information to you that you might like, instead of having you always search for information. So it could be a really good connection between virtual worlds and the information from the web.
So when are we going to see, this is still in private beta, isn't it?
This is beta. We're working hard to go off of beta. It will go off of beta in Korea in December, but we're working really hard to figure out how to launch this in US and in Europe and other places in the world. We just can't wait to show this off in other territories. I think people will love it.